you all for the wait. I would like to start the event of the day without any further delay. Let's begin the webinar, shall we? Hi, Assalamualaikum guys. Welcome everyone to our online webinar, which is entitled Digital Bank License, the New Era. The topic is focusing on the history of the digital banking license, the successful applicants, adaptation, benefits, and the impacts of the digital bank license in Malaysia. My name is Muhammad Irfan bin Muhammad Zulkifli, and as for today, I will be the moderator for this webinar. And for each question, we have prepared 5 speakers that are experts in this field to share their thoughts or opinion regarding the issue. Without wasting time, I would like to introduce to you guys our guests of the day. We got big names here with us today, guys. Please welcome our first guest from the banking sector, Ms. Zuliani Zizi. She is a branch manager at the RHB Berhad. And our second guest of the day, a representative from Ministry of Finance, YB Datin Rahma Rahmat. What a pleasure to have you here, Datin. Our third guest, a representative from Bank Negara Malaysia, Datuk Seri Muhammad Aiman bin Rodali, a senior executive manager of Bank Negara Malaysia. Our fourth guest, also from Bank Negara Malaysia, Ms. Siti Nurul Syahidah binti Harun. She was from Financial Development and Innovation of Bank Negara Malaysia. Last but not least, our last guest is Dr. Nur Atika binti Sazali, the CEO of Axiata Group. On behalf of the institution, I would like to offer my regards to all of the speakers and the people that joining us today. Thank you so much to our guests for accepting our invitation and attending the seminar. Okay guys, I think we had enough with the introduction. Let us begin with the interview session. For the first interview session, let's begin with Ms. Zuliani Zizi from RHB Berhad Branch Manager. Hi Ms. Zuliani. We would like to know the history of digital bank license here in Malaysia. How was the journey made?
Thank you to our moderator, Mr. Irfan, for the question. So, in the Budget 2020 speech, the Finance Minister said that BNM was finalising the licensing framework for digital banks. Since then, the framework for public consultation has been issued. The framework will be issued by the first half of 2020 to invite application for new digital banking licenses. Malaysia's decision to open its doors to digital banks come close to the heels of other jurisdictions in Asia. For example, Hong Kong issued 8 digital banking licenses in March 2019, followed by Taiwan with 3 digital banking licenses in July 2019. Singapore also issued 5 digital banking licenses in June 2019. BNM moves to issue new digital banking licenses is a significant milestone in the Malaysian financial services landscape and demonstrate the speed and importance of financial technology evolution in the recent years. And on July 2, 2021, BNM announced that it had received application for digital broadcasting licenses from 29 different bidders.
I see. It all begins during the 2020 budget planning. It is nice to know that our country always finds ways to improvise its economic structure in order to penetrate more markets. Thank you, Ms. Zuliani. Alright, let's move on to the second question. Okay, for the second question, I would love to ask YB Datin Rahma Rahmat, representative from Ministry of Finance. Datin, what is your opinion on the successful applicants for the digital bank license?
Thank you, Mr. Irfan, for this wonderful opportunity. I shall continue to discuss which financial institution have received the first digital banking license in Malaysia. Bank Negara Malaysia will soon announce the 5 successful applicants for digital bank license as authorized by Malaysia Minister of Finance. The following applicants are to be licensed under the Financial Services Act 2013. First, a consortium of Boost Holdings Sdn Bhd and RHB Bank Berhad. Second, a consortium led by GXS Bank Private Limited and Kuat Brothers Sdn Bhd, and consortium led by C Limited and YTL Digital Capital Sdn Bhd. There are also applicants are to be licensed under the Islamic Financial Service Act 2013. First, a consortium of Aeon Financial Service Company Limited, Aeon Credit Service Malaysia Berhad, and Money Lion Incorporated, and lastly, a consortium led by CAF Investment Bank Sdn Bhd. There are 3 Malaysia-owned institutions highlighted in the slide out of the 5 consortiums. Section 10 subsection 1 of FSA and IFSA require BNM to evaluate all the considerations in Schedule 5 of the Acts and other relevant policy requirements for each of the 29 applications they receive.
Now that I know there are 5 successful applicants here in Malaysia, I would love to see the selected companies launch their digital banking products or services soon, because I am so curious to experience digital banking here in Malaysia. What a new era, guys. Thank you, Datin Rahma. Let's move on to the third question. This question is for Dr. Nur Atika binti Sazali, the CEO of Axiata Group. In overall, what is the overall effect of adapting the digital banking license?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank to our moderator, Mr. Ifan, for giving us this opportunity to participate in this webinar program. It was an honor for me to be in this discussion to talk about our kind of hot topics nowadays, which is digital banking license. So, we are back to our discussions. I would like to focus on how our company, Axiata Group, has adapted to digital banking license in Malaysia. So, there are some advantages and good effects after the successful transformation of digital banking license that have been applied in Malaysia that are created by Axiata Group, which is the Boost and RHB Consortium Digital Banking that all works together on this adaptation. First, there will be a fewer physical stores that have been used after digital stores are implemented. The digital banking license will be more efficient and competent for users compared to physical stores which has been used before. Since this initiative will lead the country to be able to cut a lot of costs, for example, the maintenance fee and also worker salary. Other than that, with digital banking, all information can be obtained at your fingertips. It simplifies business transaction. Every transaction can be done without requiring us or consumers to go to the bank or go outside to make any transaction that relate with their business. Nowadays, using a telephone are one of the important things to people right now. By download applications such as a Boost app, it can make easier to the users to perform any transaction at anywhere and any times. Therefore, when business become easy to do in terms of income or transaction for all consumers, this digital banking license strongly encourage many people to do business and even can lead to the growth of the economy of the country. Other than that, our company also puts great emphasis on the tightening the security of user information and data of this digital banking application. This is to ensure that the data or all the information of users is always being secured by the company. Then it will make them will put more on trust in us by adapting the digital banking license with our company.
Thank you, Dr. Atika, for the explanation of the digital bank license adaptation here in Malaysia. We hope and would like to see the changes could be made more soon. Moving on to the next question, our fourth question for the fourth speaker, which is for Datuk Seri Muhammad Aiman bin Rodali, a senior executive manager from Bank Negara Malaysia. Datuk Aiman, what are the benefits actually that we could earn from this digital banking, Datuk Aiman?
Thank you very much to our moderator, Mr. Ifan. Now I will continue with my talk on benefits of digital bank licenses. Across the causeway, a digital banking license has granted digital services the ability to conduct all banking business like traditional banks. This includes opening an account, making deposits and payments, applying for loans or debit or credit cards, and many more things. Hong Kong's Ant Bank, for example, in partnership with Alipay, rolled out a visual banking arm allowing users to open personal bank accounts through the e-wallets app. Such a move is in line with BNM's criteria as well, which requires digital banks to fixate on financial inclusion to boost sustainable economic growth. The biggest impact here will be seen in financial inclusion, especially for Malaysia's undeserved and unserved population. For instance, gig workers can benefit from digital banking by helping them secure loans. Digital banking may also provide better accessibility to those in rural areas who can benefit from similar financial products, as they won't have to access physical bank branches that are commonly located in urban areas. One way Malaysia has shown growth in its financial inclusion recently is through Touch and Go e-wallets of Go Plus. Through their micro investment feature, users can earn small amounts of daily interest by investing just 10 ringgit into it. It's a way of entry for those unfamiliar with high risk and longer term investments or B40 groups who don't have enough funds for them. With the rollout of digital banking in Malaysia, M40 consumers will also get more personalized solutions. By tracking a customer's behavior online, its AI can learn about a customer's interests and suggest other products they may want to purchase. It's also useful for business in moving online, which is now a necessity due to COVID-19.
I could see most of the impact will directly go towards the banking experience for customers and users. Thank you, Dato' Aiman. It is very clear that digital bank license will give us a lot of benefits. Let's move on to the next question. It is dedicated for Ms. Siti Nurul Syahidah binti Harun, a financial development and innovation from Bank Negara Malaysia. Ms. Syahidah, what is the impact on the industry or economy sector? We know that it will have an indirect impact, but can you make it more clear for us to understand it clearly?
Thank you to the moderator, Mr. Ifan. What I can reveal from today's webinar is that there is actually a positive impact of the digital banking license on the industry and economy in Malaysia, since digital banking has the potentials to make life easier for people living in rural areas, since in Malaysia about 50% of the population is non-bank, often in rural or underdeveloped areas. And apart from that, the digital banking will impact Malaysia in restructuring the economy, strengthening securities, well-being and inclusion, and advancing sustainability to facilitate access to financial services. This license will promote the spread of innovative banking technologies and increases financial inclusions by targeting the unserved and undeserved banking populations, thereby improving the financial well-being of individuals and businesses, which will foster economic and financial growth. And beside that, digital banks license will also help groups that are often denied loans and small-scale businesses, and these efforts can indirectly boost economies' growth and increases the confidence of industry players. Certainly, it will be easier for digital banks to identify the traffic and financial interests of consumers.
Agreed, and point taken, Ms. Syahidah. Digital banking license will become a booster to the banking sector and economy of the nation. Alright guys, with the 5 speakers having spoken their thoughts and opinion regarding the digital banking license, it appears that our webinar has come to an end. Thank you to all our guests for taking their time and supporting the webinar. I hope that the contents that have been made here will continue in the future, as I'm convinced that they are very useful. We have already heard very complete summaries from our guests. Thank you to all speakers. Without the speakers, this webinar would not be a success. Thank you for watching guys. Assalamualaikum and have a good day everyone.